In this exercise, we'll be coding the SUS score for the final page in Chapter 5 that you make in 5.3. There's a couple of things you should know before you begin. The first is that if you did not complete the prompt at the end of 5.2, then you should grab our code from the Critical Web Design book repo. And what you should do is you should take the code from our resultant 5.2, and you should just copy it into a template code space on your own repo. So I'm going to take the HTML code from the index page, just going to select all and copy, and then go to my GitHub code spaces page that I have on just on the template, and I'll just paste it in, and then I'll come back to the book repo. I'll go to the assets folder. I'll grab, there's just the tiniest, one line of CSS that I'll make sure I have going on. That was my old one. Let's put that away. Let's see. Oh, and I had that already, but I'll paste it just for fun. And then I'll go back and grab the JS. So I want to make sure that I have all the code that was completed in 5.2 before I head into this exercise, starting out 5.3 and 5.3.1. Okay, so that's the start. Make sure you have it. You need to have all of these lets for 10 questions, 10 variables, Q1 through Q10, and you need to have converted the responses into an answer that adds all of them up. Those were two things that would have been kind of finalized if you had followed the prompt 5.2. The work for this exercise will take place inside main.js, and basically to create the SUS score, now what we want to do with those answers is we want to convert the pseudocode into code. The pseudocode for determining the SUS score comes from this article, which you can find here on measuringu.com/sus. And the SUS score is a system usability scale. Jeff Suro wrote this article about the 25th anniversary of the creation of the most used questionnaire for measuring perceptions of usability by John Brooke in 1986. And so this is where we are really kind of borrowing the questionnaire, we're borrowing the response format, and we're also borrowing how to score the SUS. So you can see the pseudocode is this: for odd items, subtract 1 from the user response, and for even items, subtract the user response from 5. So we will interpret that in our JS code like this. So now that we have all of these variables, now we're just going to say for the odd items, let's do like this. For odd items, subtract. Watch me go back and let's reread that. For subtract 1 from the user response. Okay, subtract 1 from the user response. And then for even items, subtract the user response from 5. Okay, great. So now we'll put that into play. Q1 is an odd item. Q3 is an odd item. Whoops. And the minus equals just means take 1 away, right? Q5. Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place here. It's raining super hard. I wonder if you can hear that on my recording. We're going to find out. Q7. And if you're like me, what you'll do usually is this kind of a thing. Okay. Okay, and now for your even items, we're going to say Q2 equals 5 minus Q2. And you'll just do that for Q4, Q6, Q8 equals 5 minus Q8, and Q10 equals 5 minus Q10. Okay, so now we have done the math that accounts for odd and even items, and the last step is all the converted responses need to be added up and then multiplied by 2.5. So with all of our variables now kind of treated in the way that should give us a proper SUS score, we could come back to index and show this with live server. And you can just put random numbers 1 through 5 in there if you wanted to. I put a 6. And you get some kind of a score, and you can press submit and you'll see something there. If you want to see that a perfect score is in fact attainable, if you go in every other field and do 5 for all your odd items, which are the sort of positive items, and a 1 for all the even items, you should get a perfect 100. Just a little way of knowing that your math is right.